Alright, y'all. It's going to be for Jat Channel's 100 plus subs contest. And we're going to talk about women. Because women trying to get them more interested in the shooting sport. I've got a few firearms here. I'm going to kind of compare the pros and cons, you know. A lot of people, if you ask me, this would be a great beginner gun. Once they become acclimated to the shooting sport, this would be a great gun to step them up to a full size. 9mm doesn't. This gun is heavy enough to absorb the recoil. It's not going to malfunction on them and make them think they're doing anything wrong. It's double action, single action, so they can get used to a double action trigger pull with it. And like I said, it's heavy enough to absorb recoil, so they won't feel it as much. It won't have as much tendency to jump out of the hand. Now, one idea I do have is whenever they start shooting, only put one. When their first shot with, let's say, a 9mm, don't load the clip up fully. Just start off with one. You know, rack it in, let them fire that. The slide should lock back. Then they can get a feel for it. And when they get used to that, you know, put two in there. Let them get the feeling of how it's going to rechamber, you know, how it's going to work. I'm a brain fart, excuse me. So, now let's compare. These are both 9mm. Little itty bitty gun and a full size. You can see the size difference. This has a long double action trigger, and you can see I have small hands and I can't get my little, which that's not a problem getting a little pinky on there if you get used to it. But this gun holds 10 rounds. Now we're going to compare it to the Smith & Wesson, which is generally considered more of a lady-friendly gun by the general gun community because of how simple it is. You know, you don't have to worry about it jamming up usually. The cylinder can jam on the gun, but this is more prone to jam as far as when it's chambering another round. So I think the major downside of having this with only 5 shots is the reload. When it comes time to reload, you have to train, and then when you think you're finished training, train some more. This, when it comes time to reload, drop the mag, put another one in there, hit your slide stop, should be good to go. So I would pick semi-automatic over a revolver just for that, just for the ease of reloading. Because under stress with the short barrel double action, it doesn't take much to be off target from 5, 6, 7 feet away. It really just, well, not from 5, I mean yards, excuse me. It just doesn't take much to be off target. So I'd pick semi-automatic. Twice the firepower, shots, you know, easier reloads, and that's just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. As far as holsters go, well, we can have a tactical tampon holder. They could start doing that, so whenever you need to really reload, and you're good to go. So, other than that, I mean, not all women are going to be digging the pink stuff. Not all women are going to like subcompact guns. Not all women are going to like the revolver. Not all women are going to like the big gun. But I really think when it comes down to it, to making them comfortable to shoot, making them comfortable enough to shoot well, it all comes down to weight. A heavier gun is going to have less felt recoil, generally, than a lighter gun. It's just what it is. That's just how I feel about it, you know. And rather than bark orders to them, You know, just make them kind of just be yourself with it and show them that you're only there to support them. You're there to make sure that nobody gets hurt, and that if something happens and you're not around, they're not helpless. That's kind of what I feel about it. So, I'm kind of a new subscriber to your channel. I just subscribed about an hour and a half ago. And I really subscribed to enter the contest. So, I'm going to sponsor somebody else. If I win, let me know and I'll pick who I want to sponsor in it. So, that's kind of my thoughts about it. Y'all have a good one.